see you playing basketball?
Yes. Why don't you come back inside, fellas?
Thank you, sir.
I have solved all our problems.
Yeah.
Mormons.
Yes, this is our Olympic squad.
We want you to work with us on our skills and drills.
So they want to put together a tournament where countries can play you boys to get some match practice before the Olympics.
You've got to admit, it's a great opportunity. Think of the doors this could open for us. This is different. This is bigger. This is the Olympic team.
This team started it. Back in the 1960s, a group of Mormon missionaries in Australia were asked to help run drills and practice with the Australian Olympic basketball team to get them ready for the Olympic Games because they were so good.
Well, the Mormon teams, like you said, really, really good, and their true story told in this new film, The Spirit of the Game, and it opens in limited Harkins theaters around the valley today.
And Jeff Skousen is here. So your father, Bob, Jeff, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your father, Bob, was involved in this, so
yes.
Tell us your story.
Well, my father went on his mission. He actually, in his freshman year, 1959, he scored 30 points against Ohio State, and
that's a lot of points in a college game.
Yeah, especially when you consider they had 3 Hall of Famers: John Lucas, John Havlicek, and Bobby Knight of Indiana fame.
Wow.
Was on that team. Now my dad gets back from the game, and you know, I mean, feeling pretty good. It's freshman year, and then he gets called by an apostle of our church and tells me he's going on a mission. My dad said, "I'm not going on any mission. I'm going to play professional basketball."
And there's your...
Oh, there you go, right here.
There's a shot of him in action as a Mormon Yankee. So he went on his mission. He put everything aside, went to serve his mission in Australia, had little idea he was going to be playing with the Mormon Yankees at the time.
So how did they even know that your dad was down there and that they were good at basketball?
Oh, there. Actually, they had started the program, and that's what the movie is entitled, The Spirit of the Game. They started the program actually in 1937.
Oh, wow.
And then it, for whatever reason, it just kind of faded. And then
missionaries would come down and teach basketball to Australia?
The missionaries were there, and then they thought, hey, you know what? This is really taking on. This is opening up some doors and breaking down some walls and barriers. So then they decided to do it again. And as it was going, it was kind of an up and down thing. And then when my dad got there in 1960, they weren't doing it anymore. They weren't playing basketball anymore. And my dad and some of his missionary companions and some others were kind of secretly playing and showing boys how to play. There's an interesting story in my dad's journal where he talks about these boys just struggling dribbling and struggling shooting. My dad said, hey, let me show you how to do this.
Oh, wow.
So then the Harlem Globetrotters had just toured around there, so it got the Australian people interested in the game of basketball. And then my dad came along. He asked for his basketball shoes to be sent to him. His mission president wasn't too thrilled with the idea, but the prophet of the church had come to Australia, heard about it in the past, and said, I want to continue the program. So. And
then it resurged again.
Right. And then this team that's portrayed in the movie, the Australian team, went on the Olympics.
Wow.
And then in 1960, they got pretty good. And my dad's team was pretty good. And they challenged them to a game in Adelaide, Australia. And these Mormon missionaries, in fact, 2 of them were flown in to make up the team. They beat them in 1960.
Yeah, wow.
My dad's team.
Your dad's story and the Mormon Yankee story is told. We had shown the book, and then that
by Fred Woods.
What was turned into the movie that now we can see today at various Harkins theaters.
In limited release here in the Valley, so check that out.
Yeah.
Good talking with you. You'll be proud of your dad.
Wow.
That's
great.
I
am proud. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
So proud. What a wonderful story to leave for his family.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, very nice to meet you.
Take care.
All right, you too. Thank you.
And we'll be right back. Stay with us.